Hello, welcome back to Up the Villa. This is my match reaction for Go Ahead Eagles 2, Aston Villa 1. And I'm not holding back here, guys, right? I'm not. If anyone is in here now that's going to say, you're overreacting, this is bad reaction, blah, 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 I'm not bothered because that was absolutely embarrassing. Embarrassing. We've been on a really good run. We've built momentum. We've looked better. Every single game that we've played, we've looked far better than the last one. A real good away performance against Tottenham. And we have been served up a portion of Aston Villa that I absolutely detest. And this portion has been served up quite a few times over my time supporting Aston Villa. It's got like stinky vibes that I just don't like. It's got that way about us of just capitulating and just looking really bad. Now, if I'm being honest, we actually started all right. Like, we went 1-0 in front. We got the goal early. We looked good. First half, we were the far better team. We had all the chances. We dominated possession. We could have been about 3 up. But all of this is quite irrelevant. It's quite irrelevant because of what has happened to our team and our performance and the way in which we concede the goal, which was an okay worked free kick from them. They had a runner. They score. It's 1-1. There's no drama. We should go in at half time. We should come out and we should look resurgent. We should still look calm. We should look composed. We should just crack on and go about our business exactly how we should as a well-oiled outfit. But you knew what was coming, right? You knew what version of Villa was about to come. We concede that second goal, and then it's just that performance where touches evaporate, passes evaporate. They get set in that low block. We look like we're never going to break them down. We can't break down. We've got no sort of, I'm not going to use the word plan B, but we've got no patterns is the word I'm looking for. What are the patterns that you're starting to get your team into? If they're in that low block, what's our pattern that we're doing? And we just keep going inside. There's no focal point to the team. That's evaporated. And it's just, quite frankly, just not good enough. We've got a lot of you watching, so make sure you are hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. But like, how have we gone from being 1-0 up to losing this game? And I spoke about before the game what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see a Bruges. I didn't want to see a Monaco. I wanted to see a version of Aston Villa where we go through this group phase untroubled, undefeated, and the little niggles in the back of my mind that I've had from previous games, such as those two in particular. You're talking about some of the away games in the Conference League, etc. It's not good, man. Not good. And I know a lot of you are probably frustrated just like I am, but I can take losing to a team. I can take us losing, and fair play to Go Ahead Eagles. Like, their crowd were pumped up for it. They have done enough to win this game. But I'm bothered about like us. I'm bothered about how like when we got took out of that little comfort zone of being good in that first half, that second half wasn't that comfortable for Villa. I don't think they started the second half and they were growing into the game. We looked dislodged and just really frustrating. And positive fans could go, do you know what? We had opportunities. Gesson was clean through. Watkins had his touch and he should have buried it in the first half. We had things that have flashed across the box. But like just not good, like there were some bright sparks in the first half. Like we went in, we were the better team. We were the better team in the first half. But second half, how we've gone like, and that penalty. How on earth have we not got a penalty taker? That is just that's embarrassing as well. Like why have we not got a penalty taker? Tielemans, he misses them. Watkins, he misses them. Buendia, he misses them. It's just about being clear in the mind, like if you're thinking, okay, where am I going to put? It's really windy, right? The game was windy. We could all see the weather. We could see the rain. Where wouldn't you put the penalty? You wouldn't go top corner, would you? Because, I mean, logically, it would probably tell me that if I go high, the wind might take this. We go high and the wind, and like we even had a pen to get back on track to salvage the result. We had a penalty, we missed it, and not right. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do the player ratings, and we'll go through and assess each player, and we will go through each one. And we will give them all a rating. And you can play along at home. You can drop your ratings if you want, and I'll get stuck into it. And we'll get these ratings done, and we'll build a image of what we've seen. Martinez. I mean, he's conceded 2 goals. Is he at fault for any of them? Probably not. But he's conceded 2 goals to go ahead Eagles. So I'll go 5. Right. I'll go 5. Mings, again, one of those where I thought first half he started the game all right. And then the way that game was drifting, he started to look like a yard off it. Like the balls would go in behind him, and you'd probably say first half, he's confident, he's bullish, he's stepping in, he's looking strong. He then starts looking a bit rattled, and very, very strange, very, very strange how we can go like that. We will then go with who partnered him. Pau. I mean, we've conceded 2. I thought he was probably okay on the ball, but not as incisive as what he normally is. Maatsen, I thought the link up in the first half was pretty good with Sancho. I thought that was quite good first half. I'd probably say he was probably one of Villa's better players. Maatsen, I'd probably give him a 6. Lindelof, I mean, it wasn't really an experiment. We kind of made a hybrid back 3. He was right back. Did he do anything wrong? No. Did he do anything brilliant? No. So I'd go a 5 for Lindelof. So there's your back 4. Onana, I'm gonna be honest. I've I've had a lot of hope for Onana. I look at him and I'm like, come on, like put in this performance that I want from you. But I get like we just wilted. Do you get what I mean? Like where's somebody just stepping on it and going through the gears and dragging us through a bit of a performance. And this is all part of like where we've sort of capitulated. Like when that game, probably around 50 minutes, and they've started to grow into it and get on it a little bit and look a bit more confident. Why has nobody gone, like, calm down, just get a grip on this? This game is not going to drift away from us. Where Unai builds his whole teams on like control and being calm, etc. But we've been so far from that in that little spell when they grow into it. And I find it infuriating how that can happen. So I'm gonna give him a 4, I think. I'm gonna give him a 4 because this is a player that is a Belgian international. And where's the leader? Where's the leader from him? I'm just not seeing it. Bogard, I'll give Bogard a 6. I actually liked him in the first half when he was stepping forward, dribbling with the ball. I think Bogard was absolutely fine for me. And again, I don't know why he gets a bit of stick. I don't know whether it's because of where he's come from. But actually, I actually thought Sancho was good. I mean, first goal, that was his cross. Second one, that was his cross. His link up with Maatsen was actually pretty decent. So I'd give both of those, Maatsen and Sancho, a 6. And Gesson, he gets a 5. I'm going to give him a 5. I think his goal was a bit strange, how there was no, like, he didn't really eat it, did he? Just sort of just went in. And defensively, he still does things really well. He was through on goal 1-on-1, missed it. Maybe a good save from the keeper. But again, I just need to see a bit more output from him. Buendia, I mean, again, pressing all right. But second half, like when that game gets in that phase, like who's creative, who's getting on it, and who's getting it ticking? Why do they all disappear? Why do they disappear? That's what I don't. That's what I can't get my head around. So Buendia 5, Watkins 4. I mean, guys, there's not a clinical bone in his body at the minute that is sort of attacking. There was that one cross that went in and it kind of went close to him by the keeper and he just didn't attack it. Like, just not clinical, no aggression in the shooting. The chance that he had in the first half, if we're talking Gesson Watkins chance, 3-0, done and dusted. We're not even talking about none of this. I'm giving him a 4. And then I think players that come off the bench, I mean, Marlon, there's no point, mate. I didn't do anything. Rodgers, he hit the post and put a decent cross in. Didn't really change the game that much, did he? We got Cash come on, didn't really do anything. McGinn, too late, So, all in all, just very poor. And like Unai, for example, today, how have we allowed the game to get into this state? This is probably my big frustration in the sense of you knew what was gonna you knew what was happening. You knew what was coming from this team. Set pieces. We know that they're going to feed off a few scraps. How have we allowed the game state to get into this is very disappointing and just not good, really. I mean, you can look at the stats and the stats all paint its own picture of this game, that Villa dominated, Villa were this, Villa were that. You know, we look at some of the numbers: 70% possession, 2.40 XG, 5 big chances, 18 shots, 10 corners, 519 passes, 13 tackles, 12 free kicks, 7 shots on target, hit the woodwork once, 3 blocked shots, 4 big chances missed, 52 touches in the opposition box to their 8. But it's irrelevant because we've lost. This is why I'm so annoyed, is the fact that we've lost this game of football when we could have gone top of the table today and just gone into it 9 out of 9, breezing through. But it now just leaves you with what we're going to do on our next away performance. It feels like a sense of reverting into just one of these meh performances and just not good. So, just not good, because you can be positive and go, and talk about all of those good things that I've just mentioned, but we lost. I don't like losing. Do you know what I mean? I hate that this team can throw these performances in there, and I want to see us growing as a club in Europe. I want to see us going to these away destinations and just making it look really easy. Just not good, man. Elliott's not come on again. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just really frustrating. I mean, have we got what are the positives today? Have we got any positives to take from this? I can't really think of a positive to come out of this result. I'm going to try and end on a positive to come out of this result, but I think this is a great comment. Exactly, progression and showing the experience we've acquired being in Europe for 3 years, but we saw none of that. That is my main point. And that's why I'm really annoyed about it. There's no positives, so don't try. I mean, I can try. Positive, no major injuries. Maybe that's probably a positive. Positive, learn your lesson, Villa. Regarding Elliott, then I don't know. I mean, is he going to be a grower? Does he just grow into this Villa side? But it did feel a bit pre-season first half, but not good enough. We've got not good enough from Rob. Fair play to you. Conser got rested. Good. Yeah, I think the high line again was like it was working in the first half, and then I just felt like it got a bit flat. It got a bit like we were just sort of going through the motions. I think that's probably something that I'd say about us today. We went through the motions in the second half, but just that sort of sense of going through them like it's a free kick. Oh, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with this. But then we don't. So, positive, we can go to bed early. Yeah, that's probably a positive. I mean, fair play to Go Ahead Eagles. I think, they got their victory. They did enough to win the game. So fair play to them. So yeah, positive. Gesson's off the mark. I guess that's a positive as well. Right, I'm just gonna end it here. Like, I'm frustrated, guys. I'm not gonna try and be positive for the sake of it. I'm gonna say how I feel, and I am frustrated that this is the level of performance that we've put in. So I am annoyed. So we have got we've only got Man City up next anyway, so we'll see how that one goes. Right, guys. Cheers everyone for watching. Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't what we wanted. So cheers everyone for watching. Smash the likes and subscribe to the channel if you're new as well.